Hey everyone. So, a very good question today about the difference between unconditional love and people pleasing, really being a doormat, really. What is the difference? So I'll read it out. Hi Claire. I was brought up by a mum who was very anxious about what people thought of her. She would often overcommit to helping others and end up exhausted. I can see the same tendencies and lack of boundaries in myself. And so I try to say no. But then I hear you talking about unconditional love and I get confused. Does it mean always saying yes to people? No, it doesn't. And I think the challenge for us with these things, like what is unconditional love, and what's the distinction between that and always giving ourselves, trampling over our boundaries, saying yes to anything, is that the mind that is engaged in that distinction and in trying to work out the difference is the mind of the conditioning. It is the mind of belief and identification and programming. And I think it's what we often come across in these sorts of courses when really what we're talking about gets hijacked by the identity. And when there's a programming of acquiescence, of compliance, of not rocking the boat, of not offending anyone, of no confrontation, of going along, of not disrupting anything, often for fear of what it would bring. So it's a very understandable program. If the attention that brought, if we disagreed, the attention that would bring was actually threatening or dangerous, or could lead to rejection or abuse or worse. It's very understandable. All our programs are understandable, and they're all based in fear and shame and insecurity and need. And so when that's the program running, be nice, of course, be nice. Give people what they want. Make sure people like us at all costs. Avoid anything that would result in exclusion or isolation or not belonging. When that's the program, and in comes this conversation about reality and about other people, about love, the program can grab hold of this conversation and say, oh, yes, okay. So finally, we've got some nice spiritual language and like an elevated reason for carrying out that program, for not rocking the boat, for giving people what they want, for always saying yes. And we call it unconditional love. And in that there's a safety for the identity now. It's like hiding out, it's hanging out in this safe space of endorsement, the sort of spiritual endorsement. I'm just loving. I'm just a loving person. I'm pure love. And so here I am, depleting myself, going against my inner yes or no, and fundamentally, here I am living in unfulfilled need. I'm living in inauthenticity. I'm living in a constant disruption, because what I'm wanting, because the identity, like these things, they come with a demand. The identity is highly conditional. It is saying, so all our behavior that comes from this place is saying, make me feel secure, make me happy, give me what I need, stop me being scared, make me feel like I belong, make me feel like I'm home, make me feel like I'm worthy. And so the behavior is coming from that program, but it comes with a condition I'm going to do what you want. I'm going to say yes to you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to exhaust myself running around after you. I'm going to agree to the things that you're asking, even though fundamentally that goes against my inner yes and no's, so that you love me, so that you give me attention, you make me feel secure, you fulfill my needs, you make me feel like I belong. And this is where we can see, because unconditional love is our truth, and our truth is revealed through the healing of these layers, this conditioned program of lack and separation and insecurity. So it's there. Unconditional love is what we are, and every relationship, every interaction, every situation is an external manifestation of a program of lack running, an egoic program of wounds and trauma that manifests itself in the appearance of other people, the appearance of other situations, but it's all a projection from within. It can't be anything else. And so in the gift of these relationships, these layers of wounds are made transparent. And through the healing of these layers, which is why our relationships are so fundamental, through the healing of these layers, that belief in what we are, that desperation to protect and to assert and to be, is dissolving, and what is revealed underneath is the love that we are. And so it emerges in healing. It emerges in acknowledgement and recognition and accountability and owning of these patterns. That's what allows it to be visible. And it seems to me that because the mind, like we said at the beginning, the mind can never know. The mind is so clever, so tricky, so determined to protect the identity really at all cost, including claiming aspects of this conversation, because that's what's going on. We can never, it never is right for us to say, oh, I'm such a loving person that I'm doing this out of unconditional love. Who knows? It's so unreliable. How we can know, always how we can know, is our response to their response. That's reliable. That's 100% reliable, because in that interaction, that exchange, we see the conditions that are going on. So if someone asks me to do something and I don't really want to do it, but because of this program of people pleasing, of saying yes, I agree. But the condition in that agreement is I'm saying yes so that you keep me safe, really. I'm saying yes so that I can belong. You can make me feel good. You make me feel like a right person. You make me feel whole. So I say yes to this thing, and then they don't thank me, or it's just like brushed off. Oh yeah, great. And there's no the sort of song and dance that I was hoping for that would recognize me isn't there. Or I do the thing and it's criticized. And now what's my response to that? Because excuse me, if that yes is coming from a genuine place of of cleanness, really, of that. So someone asked me to do something and the yes is only about the thing. Will you give me a lift to the station? Yes. It's complete in the thing, like it's only about the lift, and it's not about securing me. So if it's just about the lift to the station, I don't even need thanks. I don't need any recognition. I don't need any palaver around it. I don't, and if the plans change, fine. Because it's complete. There's no me in there. But when there's a me in there, that is, and it's not about the lift at all, but it's about me being secured in all of this, and the person doesn't recognize me, my response is resentment, it's rejection, it's resistance. I feel unappreciated, I feel unloved. And the interesting thing is that those feelings of not being appreciated, because they're like triggering this program, in order to feel better, we have to do more stuff. We have to say yes even more. We have to put ourselves even more out, because that's the only way we know to try and get rid of these feelings. And it's just a ongoing vicious circle. So the key is my response to their response every time. And because they are the projection of my program. And the resistance to that is showing us clearly what's going on. And it's showing how far away we've come from the actual thing that is being talked about. And so this works in any area of our life. It starts to become very clear the form of the thing, and what is involved in the form of the thing, whether it's a friendship or a marriage or a work relationship or an ongoing agreement. It's what's going on inside us is showing how far away we've come from the actual form, and how lost the mind is in trying to secure the identity within it. So yes, we've got a whole course on this starting 1st of March. It's going to be really interesting. How do we get that level of inquiry so that our entire lives are a healing process, moving through the layers of a program of separation to reveal the love that we are, ultimately, to reveal the wholeness that we are, the freedom that we are, the truth that we are. Yeah, good. Thank you so much for that question. Brilliant. Bye.